didn't bring my whistle, so I need you to be seated.
I ask if he wants a drink.
So we can begin our program. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. One thing I wanted to say before we officially start is since the salads are on the table, you may go ahead and eat while the program is going on. That's perfectly okay. We're gonna bless. Just a minute, excuse me. Hello? Start program.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was our president. He has set a new precedent. It's the first time ever the president has sung the national anthem together. Let's give him another round of applause. That was great. When the Iowa people, that's I-O-W-A-Y people, a native tribe, first saw this land, they exclaimed, Iowa, Iowa, Iowa. Translated, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Iowan and president of the NHSACA and singer of the national anthem, Scott Jarvis, will appropriately welcome you to his state and to this ceremony.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, good evening. I want to thank each and every one of you for what you do as coaches for our student athletes. As I come back from the National Federation of High Schools in Salt Lake City, it's even more evident the impact that our coaches have across the country on our student athletes, not only in sport, but in life. This was a crazy statistic that I heard this last week in Salt Lake. And we talk about mental health and coaching all the time right now. 84% of our kids go to their coach when they have a problem. Only 47% of kids will go to their guidance counselor. The impact that you have had as former coaches, you as coaches, is second to none across education-based athletics. The impact you have is so important. And I thank you so much for the work that you do. And I know you don't hear that enough. You don't hear thank you enough for the work that you do. I hear coaches across the country talk about the work they do. They don't feel valued. This organization values what you do. And you're surrounded by a bunch of people that do what you do each and every day. So thank you for what you do. Welcome to the National High School Athletic Coaches Hall of Fame induction ceremony. On behalf of the NHSACA Executive Board, our member states and state associations from across the country, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome each of you to one of the most prestigious evenings in high school coaching. Tonight we celebrate men and women whose impact extends far beyond the scoreboard. These extraordinary coaches have dedicated their lives to developing young people, building successful programs, mentoring future leaders, and strengthening communities. Their legacy is not defined solely by championships, but by the countless hours that they do to serve our kids. They have influenced lives through character, through leadership, and service. To our Hall of Fame inductees, your families, friends, fellow coaches, and distinguished guests, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this remarkable class. We are honored to recognize your achievements and the lifelong commitment to the coaching profession. Congratulations to each of you tonight, all of our inductees, and thank you for allowing the NHSACA to celebrate your incredible legacy. Thank you so much, and welcome to Iowa.
Saw that fall out, right? What? Saw that fall out, right?
John Hutchison, co-chair of the Hall of Fame, will narrate the presentation of the Women of Inspiration Award.
Thank you, Kelly. It's my pleasure tonight to read the biography of a woman who has had a tremendous influence on the rise of women's and girls' sports in the United States. Thus, the Kathy Holloway Women of Inspiration Award from the National High School Athletic Coaches Association. Coach Holloway was the first female president of the National High School Athletic Coaches Association in 1992. She is presently on their board of directors, and she has been a leader in athletics in her home state of Louisiana. She was inducted into the National Hall of Fame in 1998. This award was initiated in 2021, with Kathy Stewart Holloway being the first recipient. With this award being in its infancy, each year we will be presenting this award to someone whom we really need to recognize for their contributions to sport, in particular high school girls sports. Ms. Holloway continues today as the director of the Upward Basketball Program in her local church. Our recipient for 2026 comes from the state of Texas, and she is Brenda Marshall from Corpus Christi, Texas. Her school superintendent, Roland Hernandez, PhD, states that she has made an indelible mark in the world of athletics, demonstrating an extraordinary commitment to the growth and development of both student athletes and the profession of athletic administration. Her journey began in the coaching ranks, where she excelled as the head softball coach at both West Texas State Division I and Sam Houston State Division II. However, her true legacy lies in her pioneering role as an athletic administrator. In 1986, she became the first female athletic specialist at Corpus Christi Independent School District. And within a few years, she made history again in 2005 as the district's first female athletic director. She began and continues to blaze a trail for women in athletics, becoming one of the few women in Texas to hold such a prominent administrative position. A former player, Sandra Mader, lauds Ms. Marshall's unbridled devotion to increasing the capacity of a female's opportunities is supported through sincere and passionate commitment to her school district. Ms. Marshall has been at Corpus Christi Independent School District for 39 years, with 19 of those serving as their Senior Director of Athletics. She has been the Texas Liaison Representative to the National Athletic Directors for 12 years, and she has served as the Texas Awards Chair for the National Athletic Directors for 11 years. She has been inducted into the Texas High School Athletic Directors Hall of Fame, received the Trailblazing Women in Education Award, and received the National Athletic Directors Bruce Whitehead Distinguished Service Award, along with several more local and state awards. Ms. Marshall was a member of the first USA softball team, which won gold at the Pan Am Games in 1979, and she has been a volunteer at 25 Texas state track meets, 8 state softball tournaments, and 5 state tennis finals. The 2026 Kathy Holloway Women of Inspiration recipient from the state of Texas, Ms. Brenda Marshall.
Today, Iowa is the largest producer of corn, hogs, and eggs in the United States. Dave Doherty, Hall of Fame committee member, will deliver the invocation for our meal, which features some of Iowa's bounty.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you. Thank you for blessing the lives of these 39 Hall of Fame coaches we are honoring here today. We thank you for the many gifts you have bestowed upon them, which have allowed them to touch the lives of so many athletes, coaches, and families. We thank these Hall of Fame coaches for choosing to share their talents, their time, and their lives in service to the athletes, schools, and communities. We are thankful for the impact they have had on shaping the lives of these important young men and women. We thank the families of these Hall of Famers for supporting these coaches and making it possible for them to dedicate themselves to the noble calling of the coaching profession. We ask you, God, to continue to bless their lives of these coaches and their families and to keep them under your care and protection. And we thank you for the blessings of this meal. Please bless those who prepared and served this food for this wonderful banquet. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Please enjoy your meal.
Keep it rolling. Yeah. Maybe bring the. like a documentary on one of the ADs or coaches. I think that's why I was hoping to get the audio.
You're good, you got what you need. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna roll out of here pretty quick.
Are you heading home?
Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife.
Yeah,
Usually I don't have anything to do during the day, but since I'm helping with the ADs and with those sessions, so I kind of.
Yeah.
And once
Make sure
once we got the pictures and all that, that's kind of what they asked me to do. So
There you go. That's nice.
I didn't invite you.
Yep. There you go.
So the Kathy Holloway, she's like Pat Summit of high school girls basketball. She's a legend. She just went into the Louisiana, like all sports museum, like Shaquille O'Neal, Nick Saban. She just went into that and had like her own booth. I said, congratulations on your induction into the museum. And it's just the sweetest, nicest, just Southern Belle.
Oh my gosh. That lady that was just up there in the pink.
The lady that like.
That's MC.
No, not her. She got the award's named after the lady that presented it.
That's percentage. Okay.
She's
Oh, the
legend.
lady that
All right.
intro.
We need to introduce ourselves to her then. Yeah.
Very
Okay.
legend, yes. And she is just she's sitting up there just the nicest, sweetest
Okay.
lady ever.
Thank you. What was her name again?
Kathy.
Kathy.
Kathy Holland.
Okay.
And the lady that won it is,
She's from Texas.
She's from Texas, I can tell.
One year, one of the ladies that got the Kathy Holloway Award was from Minnesota, and she was the one that like got the 28.5 ball for girls.
Oh.
And I was
That's
like,
legend.
talk about like impacting millions of kids that nobody knows their name.
Right. That's one. Yeah.
You are famous to me.
You're-
I guess she also walked in the time when she wasn't allowed to use this. She walked in their meeting and said, "You will allow us in," and they did. And they did.
you coached college girls? You coached a girls'
Yeah,
sport,
I
right?
did.
Holy smokes.
All right,
That's why you know your history.
I'm gonna do one more. What? That's the cool thing about this, like Hall of Fame thing. Well, even I mean, there's like a little old lady who coached in a private school in Arizona. Goes up there and like she has 27 state titles. Actually, this guy sitting over here,
Huh?
from Mississippi, the most hilarious person you ever meet. He has like 17. Yeah, wait, he has like 17 state tennis titles in Mississippi, and like 8 runners up. Like it's just, I'm like,
Dynasty.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
amount of state titles in this room.
High.
Thousands probably.
Hundreds for
Maybe
sure.
around 1,000.
Could be.
That's sick.
All right, I got one more thing to do. I won't be here, but hope
Yeah.
everything goes well.
Have fun. Thank you.
All right, see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good.
She's from Texas, I can tell by the way. Are you want to get our live stream up by chance, just in case we got somebody? Actually, you know what? I don't even need to be. Try to play around with this a little bit. Anything on the auto section just bumps the ISO to like 64.
Okay. That's high.
That's high. That is really high.
Okay, so
you
what
want
should
it to
it
be
be?
under 1,000 at least.
Alright.
You want it as low as possible.
So if you were trying to take a photo right now, how would you have it set up?
Well, I need you to help me explore or know how to change these manual settings. Does like can I? Oh,
You go to
this camera is you can't have a. That's nice. It's pretty shaky. That's only 140. Let's go. So that's obviously how quick the shutter is taking a picture. That f-stop is really just based on the camera and the lens. If you spend more money, you can get an f-stop that can go lower. You want it as low as possible. Your ISO is just the artificial light that it's adding after the fact.
Okay.
See, that's starting to get dark and ISO even bumps up. So I would probably have it. I'd probably have it right here, or maybe down 60 or 50. That's decent.
Nice. Okay.
That's what I'd have it at. And then, especially when you have a shutter speed that's going really fast, or like not as fast as you'd maybe wanted if it was outside, I always try to just hold it for a second after I take a picture, because any kind of movement in your hand, it gets cut down if you have a faster shutter speed like that, but when it's slow, it'll just take a little bit of it, yeah.
Okay, I see. That's good to know. Yeah, I've literally never screwed with the manual settings. I think I always had it on auto.
Nice.
Just rip it.
Nice. Let her buck.
Oh, my brother and I got it. We like just split it when we went to Thailand in college.
Oh.
So we're like, I'm just gonna get a camera and bring it and see what we can
Yeah.
record and take photos of. And
Did you use it a lot, or were you?
used it a lot, yeah.
Nice.
And like took a bunch of videos, but didn't really.
What was
spend
kind
the
of
time.
pound picture on? Hey, buddy.
Yeah. They were out of the Can we have some of these? And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yes, we
He just had it on his shirt or what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's golden.
Oh no, I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough tacos. Fuck.
Sad.
Delete. Let's try it
How many
again.
awards? So confusing to me.
Something or another. Zoom call or something.
I don't know about a Zoom call. Did you ask if we needed?
I got a call from hotel. And they said someone needed something.
Oh.
He had a Zoom H6. That might have been what it was instead of a
Got
Zoom
it.
call.
Got it.
Because I've got one of those. So I know what they're talking about.
No, we should be all good.
All right, I'll check with them. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
So they give out a basketball award, and now they're gonna induct a bunch of coaches into the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna show you guys. Oh yeah.
It's got the Minnesota turned sideways. Oh man. Kids.
Oh, they can definitely hear that. It sucks.
Think so?
Yeah, you can tell. It's
yeah.
going up. It's alright. Where do we just go?
Do it live.
I love that video. Could be my favorite video of all time.
start with the award ceremony. Just so everybody knows, restrooms, if you go out this door right here, take a left, take another left, take another left, take another left. No, I'm just kidding, that's a track, right? Sorry. Go on here, take a left, take another left. Restrooms are right down the hallway there, right by, if any of you registered, right by registration booth. We'll start here in about 7 to 10 minutes. So finish up your meals, have some great conversations, and we'll be ready to begin with our award ceremony. Thank you so much. We look forward to honoring you, each and every one of you this evening. So thank you.
ready to start back with the program? So, as you chatted during your meal, did anyone mention any Iowa facts? One big one isn't WNBA star Caitlin Clark from Iowa. Isn't she just a really great scorer? And then an old fact. Did you know giant sloths lived in Iowa 10,000 years ago? Some were 17 feet tall when they stood and weighed 5,000 pounds. They moved at an amazing rate of 17/100th miles per hour. That's 0.17 miles per hour. Since learning that, my mind has been boggled, trying to just figure out the life of the sleuth or the sloth. President Jarvis will now make the introduction.
I think that sloth was because it was so humid out. So that's why they were so slow. Well, before we begin this evening's program, I would like to recognize the dedicated volunteers who make our National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame possible. Our Hall of Fame committee devotes countless hours throughout the year reviewing nominations, preserving the history of our association, and ensuring that the very best coaches in America receive recognition they deserve. Please join me in recognizing our Hall of Fame committee. And please hold your applause until the end, and then we'll give them a round of applause. John Hutchison, Jerry Miller, Verge Pollock, Bubba Davis, Dave Doherty, Bill Farthing, Kathy Holloway, Harold Shepard, Ghislaine Orvik, Don Probst, Renee Schultz, and Larry Bettkeimer. Please give our Hall of Fame committee a well-deserved round of applause for their outstanding service to the National High School Athletic Coaches Association. Now we'll turn it over back to Ms. Holloway. Renee Schultz and Larry Bettkeimer.
Inductees, your moment has arrived. It's all about you and the part of your life that you've devoted to high school sports. Enjoy it thoroughly. I have a few instructions. One, remove your name tag if you still have it on. When the inductee comes to the stage, you may bring as many family members or friends as you would like. Audience members, you may take pictures of the inductee. You may come close, just don't get in the way of our professional photographer. And that's it. It's going to be fun. Enjoy it thoroughly. Now, John Hutchinson, co-chair of the Hall of Fame Committee, will narrate while President Jarvis makes the presentations.
Welcome to all of you who are here as friends, family, and special guests of the National High School Athletic Coaches Association's Hall of Fame Class of 2026. Each member state organization may nominate up to 2 inductees for the National Hall of Fame. I believe that a special trait of so many of our inductees is that they have been at their jobs as teachers and coaches for, in so many cases, 30, 40, and in some cases even more years. To all of you who are going into the Hall of Fame today, today is a day that will always be special to you. Enjoy your day with those for whom you care the most. Please don't pass up an opportunity to speak to someone that you haven't seen for a long time, take an extra photo, or take someone's hand. All of you have been special in your home state in many special ways. Today, all of you are being honored nationally for your dedication to your athletes, your profession, and your home state. Inductees, as I say your name, please make your way to the front as I begin your biography with some personal information about you. We have just about 40 inductees this year, so let's begin crisscrossing our nation to honor some outstanding individuals. As you notice in your program, we will be calling you up to the dais in alphabetical order by your last name. And we begin the 2026 ceremony with Coach Tim Cannon from the state of Nebraska. Coach is married to his wife Shirley, and they have children named Jessica, Michaela, and Heather, with their husbands Jim, Kim, and David. And there are 5 grandchildren. Originally from Council Bluffs, St. Albert High School, he then attained degrees from Creighton University and the University of Nebraska, Omaha. During his coaching career, he has been a head basketball coach and an assistant coach in football, baseball, track, and cross country. As a head basketball coach, he led his team to over 565 wins. He led them to 11 Nebraska state tournaments where they were the state runner-up 3 times and state champions 2 times in the Class A division. He was a part of the Nebraska Basketball Coaches Association. He was inducted into the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame in 2022 and into the Omaha Public Schools Athletic Hall of Fame in 2017. 5 times he was named Coach of the Year for Class A by the Metro Basketball Coaches Association. He was named a 3-time Coach of the Year by the Nebraska Basketball Coaches Association and was named Nebraska Coaches Association Boys Basketball Coach of the Year in 2021. In 2025, he received the John Wooden Legacy Award for the state of Nebraska. Today, he is our first inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From Nebraska, Coach Tim Cannon. Coach Scott Christensen from Stillwater, Minnesota is our next inductee. Scott is married to his wife Shelley. They have 1 daughter, Megan. Coach Christensen is a graduate of Lakeville High at Gustavus Adolphus College with his master's attained from the University of Nebraska. For 44 years, he was the boys cross country and track and field coach at Stillwater High, coaching the Ponies. He spent his whole teaching and coaching career at one high school. His cross country teams had 3,196 multi-team wins, while his track and field teams had 2,896 wins. Included in those wins in track and field are 32 regional titles, 35 conference titles, and 5 state championships. In cross country, he led teams to 35 regional championships, 32 conference, and 5 state titles. He had 27 individual state champions. Training athletes is a science and coaching is an art, and to be successful, one must develop both. He was named State Track Coach of the Year 4 times. In 2024, he was named National Boys Track Coach of the Year. He has been inducted into the Minnesota State Coaches Association, the Minnesota Track Coaches, and the Minnesota Cross Country Association Halls of Fame. He has worked with USA Track and Field and the United States Track and Cross Country Coaches Association. He has spoken at state and national clinics in 45 states and 5 countries, including 3 Olympic Games coaching seminars. Today he is our second inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from the state of Minnesota, Coach Scott Christensen. Coach Jerry Grimm-Durth is also from Minnesota, and she is our next Hall of Fame inductee. Her family includes husband Rod, who passed away in 2021, daughter Deidre and her husband John, with granddaughters Skylar and Shay. Jerry's 2 sons, Dalen and wife Bailey, and Devin and wife Julie, with grandson Warren. Coach Durth is a graduate of Mokokuto High School in Iowa, Luther College, and Minnesota State University in Mankato. She began her career in 1976 at Alamaki Community School in Waukon, Iowa, as a teacher and girls basketball and softball coach. A year later, she moved to Buffalo Center, Iowa. As a teacher, she also added volleyball and track and field to the sports of basketball and softball. In 1980, she moved to Apple Valley High School in Minnesota, where she taught and was an administrator, and coached for 34 years as a track and field coach, 8 years as a cross-country coach, 6 years as a girls basketball coach, and 10 years as a volleyball coach. In cross-country, she led a team to a 3rd place finish in 1984. In track and field, she led them to 11 conference titles, 15 section championships, and 1 state crown. Her track and field team also won 1 state crown as a true team champion. She coached 26 individual champions and several relay state champions. She was a state coach of the year in cross country in 1984, a section coach of the year in track and field 7 times, and a state coach of the year 2 times. She was inducted into the Minnesota High School League Hall of Fame in 2011, into the Minnesota Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2014, and into the Minnesota Track and Field Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2016. She was the recipient of National High School Girls Track and Field Coach of the Year honors in 2007. She has also been inducted into 2 Halls of Fame as an athlete for Luther College, for basketball in 1991 and softball in 2024. She retired from teaching and coaching in 2014. Now Florida is a home for 7 months a year and Minnesota is a home for 5. She is dedicating this honor tonight to her husband Rod, our newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from Minnesota, Coach Jerry Grimm-Durth. Our next Hall of Fame inductee comes from the state of Texas, where she is the head volleyball coach at Wimberley High School. Coach Misty Fletcher Remmers is unable to attend tonight. Accepting for her is Joe Martin. Coach Remmers is a graduate of La Vernia High, Schreiner University with a degree in marketing, and Lamar University with a master's in educational administration. Coach has been at several high schools in Texas since 2012. Before she was a head volleyball coach at Wimberley High, she helped lead Hallettsville as an assistant coach in softball to a state runner-up finish. She has spent 12 years in education after a successful year as a high school volleyball player and later as a college volleyball player herself. She led the Wimberley Texans to a state title in 2024-25 when she was awarded 2 prestigious awards, the Texas Coach of the Year for Volleyball and the 24-25 Overall Girls Coach of the Year. After a cancer diagnosis, she returned to her team of 40 girls because she felt that she had to lead them through the struggles of adolescence. She wanted to show her team and other young women that volleyball could give them something to lean on to help them get through anything that tried to get in the way. She went from not being sure if she could coach to winning a state championship. She was showing the girls that one could see a team as a community and a place of love and support. She has been a part of winning programs and has been able to help young athletes continue their careers at the next level. She also wanted to show her team that one should attempt to give back to the sport that has literally given her life. She believes that coaching has become a calling to her, and she is committed to mentoring these young women. The next inductee is the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from Texas, Coach Misty Ann Fletcher Renders. Accepting for her is Joe Martin, Texas Executive Secretary. Our next inductee is Coach Robert Frederick. Coach Frederick is accompanied by partner Margaret, sister Sue, son Jonathan, daughter-in-law Brooke.
They're not here, John.
They're not here, okay. We will be sure that he gets that award, and congratulations to him, even though he couldn't do it. So our next inductee will be Tom Hudson, and he is from the Cowboy State of Wyoming. Coach is married to his wife Margaret. They have 3 children, Michael, Anna, and Nicholas. Coach Hudson was a graduate of Sheridan High, who attended the University of Wyoming and was hired to teach and coach at Laramie High School in 1990. That was the beginning of a swimming and diving coaching career that lasted until 2022. His Plainsman of Laramie coaching record was 843 wins, 124 losses, and 5 ties. He led teams to 21 high school 4A state championships, 8 for his girls team and 13 for his boys teams. He also led his girls to 13 conference titles, while the boys had 17 conference crowns. He has been National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association Professional Awards Committee from 2022 to the present. He was Wyoming Swim Coaches Association President for 4 years and their swimming coaches representative for 6 years. He also worked with USA Swimming for over 10 years. Coach Hudson has been honored as National High School Coaches Swim and Diving National Coach of the Year. He is in the National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association Hall of Fame, that was in 2022, and the Wyoming Coaches Association Hall of Fame, where he was inducted in 2016. He was a Wyoming Coach of the Year 27 times. He has presented at the National High School Coaches Annual Convention 3 times. Athletes that have come through his program who have been named National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association All-Americans, number 31. Today, he is the newest National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee. From Wyoming, Coach Tom Hudson. Our next inductee from the state of Wisconsin, and he is Coach Bob Highland. Coach Highland is married to his wife, Carol. They've been married for 56 years, and he met her while they were both attending North Dakota State University. They have 2 children, Rob and Molly, and 5 grandchildren. Coach graduated from Assumption High School in Wisconsin Rapids. Upon graduation from NDSU, he was hired as the football coach and physical education teacher at Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The football program that he inherited had never had a winning season, and his coaching staff had no coaching experience. His first 2 seasons were really difficult, as they went 1-15-2. He then began a weight training program in a storeroom and required players to participate in winter and spring sports. In 1975, that was the start of dominance by St. Mary's Springs football, when they finished the season as the runner-up in the state championship game. Bob coached his entire career at St. Mary's Springs. His life record is 522 wins, 118 losses, and 2, which makes him the winningest football coach and number 3 in the nation. He attributes his success to teaching fundamentals and encouraging athletes to play to the best of their abilities. Coach Highland led his St. Mary's Springs Ledgers to 36 conference championships, and they went on to 27 state championship appearances, with 10 state runner-up finishes and 17 state championship titles. Coach Highland is noted for his unmatched longevity. He was inducted into the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame in April of 2026. He retired in 2025. Today, the National High School Athletic Coaches Association inducts him into their Hall of Fame. From the state of Wisconsin, Hall of Famer Bob Highland. Our next stop is the state of Louisiana as we meet Hall of Fame inductee Coach Julie Iviata. Coach Julie is married to her husband Juan, and they have 3 children, Jenna, Justin, and Jake. She's also accompanied tonight by assistant coaches Lauren Lamont and Maya Portalone. Coach Iviata attended high school at Seton Academy in New Orleans. From there, she went to LSU, where she began her coaching as a student assistant. From 1992 to 2005, she coached at the university level before beginning her high school coaching career at Metairie Park County Day School as their head volleyball coach. In the last 20 years that she has been coaching Metairie Park volleyball, she has a win-loss record of 640 and 154. The Cajuns have won every district championship from 2006 to 2025. They also won every state title from 2009 to 2014. After losing that position for 1 year, they began a new streak with state titles from 2016 to 2025. That is 16 out of 17 years. She was the East Coordinator for the LVCA, Louisiana Volleyball Coaches Association All-Star Game, and is presently the co-director of New Orleans LA, or NOLA, Volleyball Club. a position that she stepped into in 2011. Honors that have come her way include 20 consecutive District Coach of the Year awards. She was named All-State Sugar Bowl Girls Prep Coach of the Year in 2020-2021 after her team began being named Girls Prep Team of the Year for the 2019-20 school year. She was named Louisiana Division V Coach of the Year 13 times. 5 times she was the NOLA, or a small school Coach of the Year. She has coached 3 American Volleyball All-Americans. She had a very successful collegiate career herself, where she was able to compete 2 years in a row in the NCAA Volleyball Final Four. She is in the St. Bernard Parish Hall of Fame, and today she is the National High School Athletic Coaches Association's newest Hall of Fame member from Louisiana, Coach Julie Ibiaki. Our next inductee is from the state of Indiana, and he is Coach Russell Isaacs. Coach Isaacs is married to his wife Carol, and they have 2 stepchildren, Nathan and Lauren. Originally from Stevenson High School in Livonia, Michigan, he attended Huntington University and later Indiana University. He began his coaching career in 1975 at Tippecanoe Valley High School as a head wrestling, head football, and assistant baseball coach before moving to R. Nelson Snyder High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana to become the head wrestling assistant football coach from 1976 to 1990, head football coach from 1991 to 2008, assistant track coach and athletic director from 2009 to 2014. He presently serves as a volunteer assistant football coach, which he has done since 2014. As a head football coach, he has led teams to a win-loss record of 194-32. As a head wrestling coach, his grapplers had a record of 78-6-1. Coach had a total of 8 undefeated regular seasons in football. They were conference champions 9 times, sectional champs 13 times, regional champs 7 times, semi-state champions 3 times, and state champions 1 time, 1992. In the sport of wrestling, his teams won 7 conference titles, 7 sectional titles, 2 regional titles, had 13 individual qualifiers for state finals, 3 state individual runners-up, and 1 state individual champion. He was an Indiana Region 3 Indiana Football Coaches Association director for many years, one of their vice presidents for 3 years, and served 1 year as their president. He has received the Distinguished Alum Award from Huntington University, received several Media Coach of the Year honors, and been an All-Star Game head and assistant coach. Several Conference Coach of the Year honors have also come his way. The Indiana football coaches and wrestling coaches have both welcomed him into their halls of fame, and R. Nelson Snyder's new stadium has been named Russ Isaacs Stadium. Prior to that, all varsity games were played off campus from 1964 to 2025. National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee from Indiana, Coach Russell Isaacs. We now move to the Gulf State of Mississippi as we meet Coach Anthony Jenkins from Hernando High School in Hernando, Mississippi. Coach Jenkins is married to his wife Carolyn. They have 2 daughters, Antoinette and Camille. A graduate of Hernando High School, Coach Jenkins attended Mississippi State University and then Concordia University for a master's in athletic administration. After 8 years as assistant football coach at Southside High in Memphis, Tennessee, he had a chance to return to Hernando High and his home state of Mississippi, where he led the Tigers for 26 years and a win-loss record of 165 and 103 on the football field. During that time, he also coached track and field and powerlifting. He coached football teams to 3 regional championships and a North State runner-up finish. 5 powerlifting teams won regional titles under Coach Jenkins, and the powerlifters also had a state runner-up finish. Coach Jenkins served on the executive board of the Mississippi High School Activities Association, where he was president and served for 4 years as their vice president. Jenkins was a Bernard Blackwell All-Star assistant coach and an Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Game assistant coach. He also served as the head coach for that All-Star Game in 2008 and in 2012. He was the head coach for the Bernard Blackwell game. During his career, he had the pleasure of coaching 3 players who went on to play in the NFL. One of his track and field athletes competed in the 2016 Olympics as a high jumper. The football field at Hernando High has been named Anthony Jenkins Field in his honor. In 2021, he was inducted into the Mississippi Association of Coaches Hall of Fame. Our newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from the state of Mississippi, Coach Anthony Jenkins. Our next inductee comes from the state of Montana, and he is Coach Scott King. Coach King is married to his wife Kathy, and they have 2 daughters, Jill and Sarah. A high school graduate of Fargo South High in Fargo, North Dakota, and Valley City State, also in North Dakota, he gained his master's degree from the University of Montana in Missoula. His coaching career began at Harlem High School in Harlem, Montana, and lasted from 1981 to 1985. He then moved to Malta High School in Malta, Montana, where he coached from 1985 to 2019, and then again during the 2020 and 2021 year. While at Harlem High, Coach King was the head football coach for 4 years, assistant wrestling for 3 years, and assistant track for 4 years. After moving to Malta, he served as head football coach for 24 years after being an assistant football coach for 4 years. While there, he was also the head wrestling coach for 7 years and assistant track and field coach for 23 years. His overall football head coaching record was 216 wins and 71 losses. His Malta Mustang football teams went to 24 consecutive playoff appearances, earning 15 conference championships and 4 conference co-championships. Under Coach King, the Mustangs appeared in the state semifinals 14 times. They were state runners-up 4 times and state champions 3 times. His wrestling teams earned 2 Northern Class BC divisional championships and 1 state Class BC second place finish. In track and field, he specialized in coaching the hurdles, where he had 14 divisional hurdle champions, 23 state hurdle places, and 8 state hurdle champions. Coach served on the Montana Coaches Association Executive Board, where he spent 2 years as president-elect, 2 as president, and 2 as past president. He has been a National Football Coach of the Year finalist and the National Athletic Director of the Year finalist. has coached in the Montana Shrine Game 7 times and coached 3 times in the Badlands Bowl versus North Dakota. He has been a Montana Football Coach of the Year 3 times and a Wrestling Coach of the Year once. Been inducted into the Valley City State Coaches Hall of Fame and the Montana Coaches Association Hall of Fame, plus the Montana Athletic Directors Hall of Fame. Today he is our newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from Montana, Coach Scott King. We next move to the state of Michigan as we welcome to the dais Coach Vicki Kowalski. Coach is married to her husband Mike. They have daughter Kathleen, who is married to Chris, and they have 2 grandchildren. A graduate of Rosary High School in Detroit, she earned her bachelor's degree and a master's degree from Oakland University. She began her coaching career at Mercy High School in Farmington Hills, where she has stayed from 1978 to the present. She has coached volleyball for 3 seasons, basketball for 8 seasons, bowling for 24 seasons, and golf for 47 seasons. In her 2 major sports, she has a 192 and 48 record in bowling and a 329 and 61 record in golf. She has coached her bowling teams to conference titles 12 times and golf titles 20 times. Her golf teams have won 10 regional titles. They have 5 state championships with 3 in a row in 2022, 23, and 24. Coach Kowalski had been in charge of many regional bowling and golf tournaments for the Michigan High School Activities Association. She was asked by Hall of Fame golfer Meg Mallon to help her start a golf club at Mercy High in her junior year, and that is the team that she is still coaching today. Coach was inducted into the Catholic League Hall of Fame in 2007, the Michigan Golf Coaches Hall of Fame in 2009, the Michigan Bowling Coaches Hall of Fame in 2021, and the Michigan High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame of 2024. Today we induct her into the National High School Athletic Coaches Hall of Fame. From Michigan, Coach Vicki Vanetta Kowalski. Our next inductee comes from the state of Wisconsin, and he is Coach Ken Kraus. Coach Kraus and his wife Julie have 4 sons, Cody, Dylan, Aiden, and Ashton. Upon graduation from West Allis Central High, he moved on to the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater for his bachelor's degree, and then to Marion College for his master's degree in administration. His coaching career began at his alma mater, where he spent 14 years before moving to Muskego High, where he has been for 19 years. At West Central, he was promoted to head coach. When he was promoted to head coach, he was the state's youngest head football coach at the age of 23. He has been a baseball coach for 10 years, a track and field coach for 3 years, and a football coach for 33 years, 4 as an assistant football coach, and 29 years as the Muskego Warriors head coach. Coach has had his Warriors in the state playoffs for 19 years, with the last 9 consecutive from 2017 to 2025. The Warriors have also won 9 conference championships, 16 regional championships, 12 state quarterfinal crowns, 6 state semifinals, 1 state runner-up, and 3 state championships. He was a district representative from 2000 to 2004. He was a conference or all-region coach of the year 14 times. He was selected Green Bay Packer Coach of the Week in 2015, and the area media have named him Coach of the Year several times. In 2023, he was nominated as a national finalist for Coach of the Year, and that year he was also inducted into the Wisconsin Football Coaches Hall of Fame. He has also served as the Wisconsin South All-Star Team head coach. Over the past 16 years, Muskego has averaged 35 points per game and set a conference record in 2014 by averaging 44 points per game. The program also holds the 8th longest winning streak in Wisconsin, with 41 straight victories. Muskego is the only Division I football program to reach the Final 8 for 9 consecutive seasons, from 2017 to 2025. He feels fortunate to have had the opportunity to coach all of his 4 sons. From the state of Wisconsin, football coach and our newest inductee into the National High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame, Coach Ken Cross. Jane LeClaire from the state of Michigan is our next inductee. Coach LeClaire is married to her husband Dwayne, and they have 1 daughter, Carissa. A graduate of Dow High School, who after graduating from Saginaw Valley State, found her teaching and coaching career took her back to Dow for 3 years, then to Pinconning for 3 years, before really settling in at Bronson High, where she has been for 26 years. Coach LeClaire has served on the Michigan Interscholastic Volleyball Coaches Association Executive Board as a vice president, secretary, and the president. She has been a presenter at Coaching Association clinics several times. She has served for 3 years on the committee to select players to play in their All-Star game. Besides being a very successful volleyball coach, she has been very active in the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, serving on their sportsmanship committee, their awards committee, as the recording secretary, and as an instructor for their leadership classes. She has been a state tournament host for district, regional, and quarterfinal contests for the state of Michigan in volleyball, basketball, golf, wrestling, baseball, softball, and competitive cheer. Accolades that have come her way as a volleyball coach include 20 conference championships, 23 volleyball district championships, 10 volleyball regional crowns, 1 state runner-up finish, along with 5 state championships, including 4 in a row from 2015 to 2018. She is known for her position on Women's Sport Leadership Committee. Coach LeClaire has been honored as Regional Athletic Director of the Year. She has been a National Volleyball Coach of the Year. She is in the Michigan High School Coaches Hall of Fame, the Bronson High Hall of Fame, the Michigan Volleyball Coaches Hall of Fame, and she has also received honors from the National Federation of High Schools in the form of state and sectional Coach of the Year honors. Today she is our newest inductee to the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From Michigan, Coach Jane LeClaire. Coach Alan Lockridge is our next inductee. Coach Lockridge is a graduate of Rio Grande High School and New Mexico Highlands University. He lived in the Los Alamos area of New Mexico. He coached at Maxwell High School for 10 years and at Pewaukee High School for 44 years. Over the years, he has coached cross country, track and field, cheerleading, and soccer. Coach Lockridge is a 3-time president of the New Mexico High School Coaches Association and has been a member of that association for over 20 years. Coach Lockridge enjoyed the various trails near Los Alamos. He named many of the trails after his runners. Runners that followed wanted to do well so that maybe someday there would be a trail with their name on it. Coach was a finalist for National Cross Country Coach of the Year in 2014. He served in the Peace Corps for 2 years in Panama. He was a volleyball official for 14 years, a track and field official for 20 years. Coach Lockridge led teams to 8 New Mexico State Championships, 5 for boys, 3 for girls. They also ran to 8 second-place finishes and for 7 third-place trophies. He has earned District Coach of the Year honors, State Coach of the Year honors, and received a Coach Who Inspired Team award. In 2015, he was inducted into the New Mexico Hall of Honor, and today the National High School Athletic Coaches Association inducts him into their Hall of Fame. From the state of New Mexico, Coach Alan Lockridge. Our next inductee comes from the state of Arizona, and he is Coach Stan Lukich. Coach Lukich is married to his wife, Sue. Coach Lukich graduated from University High in 1971, Northern Arizona University in 1975 with a bachelor's degree and then a master's degree in 1978. His coaching stops began at Casa Grande Junior High in 1975. He then moved to Moon Valley, where he taught from 1977 to 1992, then to Red Mountain, 1993 and 94, Desert Vista from 95 to 2018, and from 2019 to the present, he has been at Corona del Sol. He has coached football as an assistant for 14 years and has been a basketball assistant for 6 years. But his coaching emphasis has really been baseball. That sport has been his passion for 51 years. For 29 of those, he was the head baseball coach. Championships won include being an assistant coach for state football titles in 1982, 3 baseball state championships in 1989, 99, and 2001, and 1 state championship as an assistant coach in 2025. He has been active in the Arizona Baseball Coaches Association and the Arizona Baseball Coaches Association from 1986 and 1989, respectively. He has served for 21 years as a part of the Major League Baseball Envoy program, has been a national team coach with teams taken to Czech Republic, Belgium, Spain, and Italy, and has spent 2 years as a minor league coach for the Detroit Tigers. Coach Stan has been honored with induction into the Arizona Baseball Hall of Fame. He has received the Ethics in Coaching Award, been honored by the Arizona Interscholastic Association with the Pursuing Victory with Honor Award, and he is in the Arizona High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Today, he is the newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From Arizona, Coach Stan Lukich. We now move to this New England state of Connecticut, and as we welcome Hall of Famer Joseph Monroe. Coach is married to his wife Christine, and they have 1 son, Christopher Joseph Monroe. After receiving his bachelor's degree in 1985 from Central Connecticut University, He went back to CCU in 1989 and 1996 to receive advanced degrees. Coach began his coaching career at the university level in 1979 at Springfield College and moved to Central Connecticut in 1980, where he spent 3 more years. In 1986, he moved to the high school level to become the football coach at Walcott High School. Most of his career, he has worked to make things better for high school coaches in Connecticut. He works with the retired ADs of Connecticut and retired coaches of Connecticut. His contributions to the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference have covered many years. He has served on their football committee since 2010, on their AD's Board of Control, on their eligibility review board, and on the High School Coaches Association as their Chief Financial Officer. He is also on the Coaches Association Hall of Fame Committee. From 1997 through 2012, he has served as Athletic Director of Walcott High School, where he supervised over 50 coaches. Mr. Monroe implemented a school-wide data team to improve student achievement. He has also added unified sports to help promote the special needs population. The football field has been renamed in his honor. From the state of Connecticut, Hall of Fame inductee, Joseph Monroe. Now to the upper Midwest state of Illinois, as we meet inductee Richard Montgomery. Coach Montgomery is married to and accompanied by his wife Peggy. They have 2 children, Jacob and Jennifer. A product of Jersey Community High School in Jerseyville, Illinois, he received his bachelor's degree from Culver Stockton College, and he later went to Northern Illinois to receive his master's degree. Coach Montgomery had coaching stops at Jerseyville from 1978 to 1980, Newman Central from 1980 to 1991, and Rock Falls from 1991 to 2006, and then again from 2015 to 2018. He was the defensive coordinator for the Newman State Championship football team in 1990 and for the Rock Falls team in 1992. That was a state playoff team, where they won the only postseason game in Rock Falls history. Coach Montgomery is best known for his wrestling coaching, where he led teams to 6 conference championships and 9 regional titles. He had 2 teams that went on to sectional titles, 1 state 3rd place finish, and 1 state championship in 1985. He has been on the Illinois Wrestling Advisory Board for 3 years, and from 2013 to the present, he has served as the Wrestling Coaches Executive Board Liaison. He has served on the National Coaches Board of Directors since 2016. He has been the Illinois State Chair for the National Wrestling Coaches Association since 2010. The Illinois Wrestling Coaches have named him Coach of the Year in 1985, have named him a nominee for that award 4 other times, have inducted him into their Hall of Fame, have named him Grand Marshal for the Illinois High School Association March of Champions, and in 2014 awarded him Person of the Year recognition. He has been inducted into 5 Halls of Fame, including Newman High School, National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and the Rock Falls High School Hall of Fame. While he has been an athletic director, his schools have won 69 regional titles, 20 section titles, and 3 super section titles. There have been 18 top 10 teams and 17 Elite 8 teams, and there have been 4 Illinois high school trophy teams. From the state of Illinois, National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Richard Montgomery. We stay in the state of Illinois as we welcome Coach Deborah Ofke into the Hall of Fame. Coach Ofke is married to her husband Dan, who is accompanying her today. Originally from Arlington Heights, Illinois, Coach graduated from the University of Tulsa in 1983 in the area of health, physical education, and recreation. She followed that with a master's degree from the United States Sports Academy in 1987, and she followed that with a master's in education administration in 1997. She began her coaching career in Medina, Illinois in 1985, moved to Elmhurst in 1987, to Northeastern Illinois in 1989, and then it was back to the high school scene at Northbrook, Illinois from 1993 to 2002. And finally from 2002 to 2017, she was at Winnetka, Illinois in New Trier High School. Over the years, she was a head badminton coach, an assistant girls golf coach, head boys and girls volleyball coach, assistant girls basketball and softball coach, head girls basketball coach, track and field coach, and assistant boys basketball coach. She led teams to Illinois state titles in badminton as a team in 2010, had the individual singles champ in 2011, singles and runner-up singles in 2010, and doubles champ in 2004 and 2010. As an assistant golf coach, she aided teams to a third place finish in 2014, state golf champs in 2012, a second place state finish in 2011, golf champions in 2010. She has been named Illinois Coach of the Year in badminton in 2010, and she received sportsmanship awards in 1998 and 2017. Coach received her Certified Athletic Administrator designation in 2004 and her Certified Master Athletic Administrator designation in 2006. She has taught at least 20 of the leadership training courses that are sponsored by the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. She has also been a moderator at their national convention at least 5 years and has been a certified test administrator for the NIAAA from 2006 to the present. From the state of Illinois, National Athletic Coaches Hall of Fame recipient, Coach Deborah Ofke. We go west to the state of South Dakota. Coach Jason Olson is our next inductee. Coach is married to his wife Teresa, and they have 4 grown children: Tyler, Trey, Karen, and Tatum, with son-in-law Trevor. Originally from Rapid City and Stevens High School, Coach graduated from the University of Nebraska. He began his coaching career at North Middle School, coaching volleyball from 1993 to 2019. He coached tennis, both boys and girls, from 1997 to the present. Coached boys basketball from 1999 to the present, and coached middle school 7th grade girls basketball from 2020 to the present. He had over 340 freshman and sophomore boys basketball wins, and his varsity girls tennis teams had 689 wins, 64 losses, while his varsity boys tennis teams won over 500 games for a combined over just about 1,200 wins and 61 tennis losses. He led his girls' tennis teams to 15 Rapid City Invitational titles, 5 East-West Conference titles, 5 Greater Dakota Conference titles, and 8 state championships. On the boys' side, they won 11 Rapid City Invitational titles, 4 GDC crowns, and 3 boys' state championships. He served as the South Dakota Coaches Association Tennis Secretary from 2006 to the present, has been their advisory representative to their Activities Association, and has served on the Coaches Association Board of Directors. He has been a national finalist twice and was named National Tennis Coach of the Year in 2016. Coach Olson was a recipient of the Max Hawk Award in 2025. He has been named South Dakota Tennis Coach of the Year twice. In 2020, Coach was inducted into the South Dakota Coaches Hall of Fame. In 2024, into the Rapid City Stevens Hall of Fame. And in 2025, into the South Dakota Tennis Hall of Fame. He has also received media recognition several times, along with several other local awards. Today, we induct him into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from South Dakota, Coach Jason Olson. To the state of Florida, Coach John Palmer is our next inductee. Coach John is married to his wife Amy, and they have one daughter, Morgan, who is married to Austin Hamilton. Coach attended University of Louisiana after graduating from Hernando High in Brookville, Florida. He worked at 7 different Florida schools, coaching football as an assistant for 7 years and as a head coach for 23 years. He was a weightlifting coach for 9 years as an assistant and 4 as a head coach. He was also a basketball assistant coach for 3 years, track assistant for 2 years, and for 13 years he served as an athletic director. His greatest success came in the sport of football, where he led teams to 17 playoff appearances, 5 district championships, 8 Elite 8 appearances, 5 regional championships, 1 state runner-up finish, and 2 state championships. Coach has been a part of the Florida Coaches Association since 1988, serving as a district football chair 5 times, and he has chaired the Football Awards Committee since 2010. He also served as president and vice president of the Florida Coaches Association between 2021 and 25. He is an 8-time Coach of the Year at the district level. Twice he was named State Coach of the Year. He was inducted into the Florida Coaches Hall of Fame in 2010 and into the Hernando High School Hall of Fame in 2015. He has coached at 5 Florida schools and has led all 5 to state playoff appearances. He and his father, Duke Palmer, are the first father-son duo to lead teams to a state championship and also be inducted into the Florida Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Today we induct him into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From Florida, Hall of Famer John Palmer. Next, we have the first of 2 inductees who are from our 2026 host state of Iowa, and he is Coach Ben Pennington from Bettendorf, Iowa. Coach Ben is married to his wife Barb. They have a son Jeff, and they are just 1 year away from their 50th wedding anniversary. After graduating from Iowa City West High School, the University of Iowa, and Western Illinois, he began and continues to teach at Bettendorf since 1982. During those years, he has coached varsity boys soccer for 43 years and varsity boys cross country for 33 years. Coach Pennington has led the Bettendorf Bulldogs soccer to a record of 658 wins, 118 losses, and 29 ties, and the distinction of being the winningest coach in Iowa district. The soccer teams have 20 district championships under Pennington to go with 24 conference crowns. Coach has had 4 undefeated teams, 12 teams that had just 1 loss. In soccer, Coach led teams to 20 trips to the state meet, where they have 3 state titles, 4 state runner-up finishes, 5 thirds and 4 fourth place finishes. His cross-country teams have won 11 conference crowns. Coach has served as chairman of the Hall of Fame Committee for the high school soccer coaches since 2008. He was inducted into the Iowa High School Soccer Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2007. He was Iowa Games Character Counts Coach of the Year, and he was the Iowa Athletic Association Coach of the Year in 2015. He coached 3 National Soccer Coaches Association All-Americans. He had 10 Gatorade Soccer Players of the Year, and 2 of his players ended up in the NFL. He also coached the Iowa Under-17 Olympic Development Program for 2 years, and they were the first ODP team in the state of Iowa. From the state of Iowa, National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Benjamin Pennington. Player for 4 years and a 2-time Big East All-Academic selection. Coach Perkins has coached the Guardians field hockey team since 1999, leading them to 350 wins. They have won 15 conference titles, including 4 in a row from 2014 to 2017, and 7 in a row from 2019 to 2025. The Guardians were Class L field hockey state champions in 2010 and 2014. She has served on the Connecticut High School Coaches Association Executive Board from 2017 to the present. She was their state field hockey chair from 2008 to 2020. She has been the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference Field Hockey Committee member and Field Hockey Liaison, and top 10 poll voter from 2008 to the present. Coach Perkins was inducted into the Connecticut Field Hockey Hall of Fame in 2022, named Field Hockey Coach of the Year in 2008, named Class L Coach of the Year in 2003 through 2008, and 2014 and 2022. In 2010, she received the Connecticut Field Hockey Officials Board Lucy Goodrich Sportsmanship Award. And in 2020, she was a finalist as a Special Sports Coach of the Year for the National High School Athletic Coaches Association. Today, that same organization is honoring her with induction into the National Hall of Fame. From the state of Connecticut, inductee, Coach Maureen Perkins. The southwestern state of Arizona is home to our next inductee, and she is Coach Jennifer G. Gray. Coach is married to her husband, Terry Gray. After graduating from California State University in Sonoma, Chapman University, and gaining a master's degree from Northern Arizona, she has been the softball coach at Corona del Sol for 22 years as head coach after 2 years as an assistant coach. Besides softball, she has been an assistant basketball coach, badminton coach, varsity boys golf coach, volleyball coach, and varsity girls basketball coach. Softball, however, has been her emphasis, where she has led teams to a 518 and 229 win-loss record. Her teams were in the state softball playoffs each year from 1999 to 2021. They had 10 softball regional titles, 1997, 98, 2002 through 2007, and then again in 2018 and 19. Corona del Sol was a state runner-up in 2006, and in 2008 they were state championships. Excuse me, she was state runner-up in 2006 and 2008, and state champions in 2003. She was was named 5A Softball Coach of the Year in 2003, and she was named State Softball Coach of the Year in 2003 and 2008. Coach Jeep was their All-Star Game head coach in 1998 and 2008, and served as an assistant All-Star Coach in 2006, 2009, 2011, and 2018. In 2019, the All-Star Game was dedicated to Coach G. She has served for 10 years as a softball representative to the Arizona Softball Coaches Association and remains active in that organization today. Our newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from Arizona, Coach Jennifer G. Gray. From Arizona, just a short drive north to the state of Colorado, Coach Mark Roberts is our next Hall of Fame inductee. Coach is married to his wife, Kim, and they have 10 children and 13 grandchildren. A graduate of Neowat High School, Coach Roberts returned to his alma mater as an assistant coach in track and boys basketball after attending the University of Colorado. And after 2 years, he moved up to the head track coach and to assistant football coach. In 1991, he moved to Lions as assistant football and assistant boys basketball. He became the head track and field coach for both boys and girls track and field while at Lions Middle and Senior High. While there, he began their boys and girls cross-country program in 1996. He led that program until 2021, when he moved to Resurrection Christian School, where he stayed for 2 years, leading their cross-country and track programs. For the past 2 years, he has been an assistant cross and track coach at Roosevelt High in Johnstown, Colorado. For many of his coaching years, he also served as a certified official for track and field and cross country. His championships include at least 25 league championships, 14 regional crowns, 19 state runner-up finishes, and 18 state championships. Honors that have come his way: Conference Coach of the Year 34 times, 2A Coach of the Year 18 times, Colorado Boys or Girls Coach of the Year 5 times, and his cross-country team qualified for the state meet 25 consecutive times. He has been honored with Media Coach of the Year designation, received Teacher of the Year honors, received their Coaches Association Warren Mitchell Award, and has been inducted into the Colorado Coaches Association Hall of Fame. His children have had the chance to run for him, including his youngest, who is still competing. One of his sons won 4 consecutive individual state titles, while leading his team to 4 consecutive state team titles. From the state of Colorado, our newest National Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Mark Roberts. We move back to the state of Texas as we induct Coach Drew Sanders. Coach Sanders is from Austin, Texas. He's married to his wife of 28 years, Janet, and they have 3 children, sons Matt, Caleb, and daughter Sadie. After graduation from Mexia High School, he moved on to Hardin-Simmons University and then to Texas A&M Kingsville for his master's degree. He began his coaching career at Mexia Middle School in 1998, moved to Killeen High after 1 year, and then to San Antonio area, Taft High School, and Stevens High for short stints. Finally moved to the Austin area, first at Austin Travis, and he has also been at Austin Vandergrift. He has done limited coaching coaching in the sports of softball, track, and basketball and powerlifting, but for the majority of his career, football has been his emphasis. He has led the Vandergrift Vipers since the school's inception to an overall 174-64 win-loss record as a head football coach and athletic coordinator. He is their only head football coach, as he built that program from scratch as one of the most highly respected programs in Texas football's 6A division. His Vipers have won 9 district championships, with 8 consecutive from 2018 through 2025. Those were followed with 4 regional crowns, a state finalist finish in 2022, and a 6A state title in 2022. Coach has also served as president of the Texas High School Coaches Association. 9 times he has been named District Coach of the Year. He was the Texas State Football Coach of the Year in 2024, as well as the Texas State Boys Coach of the Year, also in 2024. Today he is being honored by the National High School Athletic Coaches Association with induction into their Hall of Fame. From the state of Texas, Coach Drew Sanders. Our next Hall of Fame inductee is from North Dakota, and he is Coach Larry Sandy. Coach is married to his wife Kim, and they have 2 sons, Josh and Kyle, and 2 daughters, Caitlin and Jaden. A graduate of West Hope High School in 1981, he then graduated from Minot State University and began his coaching career at Sully Buttes High School in South Dakota, where he spent 2 years before moving to Steele Dawson High in Steele, North Dakota. Sandy coached there 1 year before moving to Belva, North Dakota, where he coached Aggie football and track and field from 1990 through 2022. He led teams to 297 football wins. In those victories, he led teams to 12 regional titles, 8 regional runner-up finishes, and 10 North Dakota State football championships from 1997 through 2022. His teams never lost a state championship game. They won all 10 times that they reached that state championship game appearance. Coach Sandy has served as a Shrine Football All-Star coach 4 times. He has been a Coaches Convention clinician 2 times. Coach has been chosen as North Dakota Coach of the Year 5 times. He has been a nominee for National Coach of the Year honors 3 times, where he was a finalist in 2022. In 2023, Coach Sandy was inducted into the North Dakota High School Coaches Hall of Fame. Today, Coach Sandy is our newest inductee of the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From North Dakota, Coach Larry Sandy. Each state is entitled to 2 Hall of Fame inductees, and we now meet our host state of Iowa's 2nd inductee, and he is Coach Gene Schultz. Accepting for Coach Schultz tonight is his son Gabe and daughter-in-law Sadie. Coach Schultz lived mostly in La Crescent, Minnesota, but he passed away in late February. Coach Schultz was married to his wife, Julie. They had 2 married daughters, Courtney with Ryan, Mackenzie with Nick, and 2 married sons, Gabe with Sadie and Quinn with Elizabeth. They have 12 grandchildren. As an all-state football and basketball player at Winona, Minnesota, he went to Winona State for his bachelor's degree and then went back there later for his master's degree. He began coaching in 1961 at Key High School in Lansing, Iowa, where at Key he served as head coach in basketball and baseball. But he was best known for his accomplishments as a baseball coach. In basketball, he led the Keyhawks to 398 wins, while his baseball coaching record was 1,754 wins, 398 losses. Under Coach Schultz, they won 5 Upper Mississippi Conference titles in basketball and 21 conference crowns in baseball, where his teams were champions in 12 of the last years that he coached that led up to his retirement in 2014. He led teams to 9 summer state championships, 6 summer runner-up finishes, 2 fall state championships in 1977 and 78, and 2 fall runner-up titles in 1975 and 1980. His teams ranked 5th in the nation for the number of high school baseball wins, and they ranked number 1 in the state of Iowa for high school baseball wins. In 1990, he was inducted into the Winona State University Warrior Hall of Fame. In 2003, he was recognized as an NFHS Baseball Coach of the Year. 2006 found him being inducted into the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Hall of Fame, and in 2012 he was named the National Baseball Coach of the Year. Today we posthumously induct him into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From the state of Nebraska, baseball coach Gene Schultz, accepting his son Dave Schultz and daughter-in-law Kate. Our next inductee comes from the state of Louisiana, and he is Coach Charles Smith. Coach is married to his wife Rosa. They have 1 daughter, Amacia, and 1 son, Kendrick, 3 grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. A graduate of A. Wettermark High School in Boyce, Louisiana, he went on to Paul Quinn College and then later to Northeastern State University. From 1985 to the present, he has coached at Peabody Magnet High School, where he was an assistant boys basketball coach for 10 years before being named head coach, a position that he has had for 41 years. He has led the Warhorse boys basketball program to 34 district 4A championships, 23 state tournament appearances, 10 state championships, and 3 state runner-up finishes. His teams have an 85% winning percentage, having won 1,264 games with only 220 losses. He led teams to 2 undefeated seasons, 2004 and 2020, where they were 41-0. He has had over 70 players who have been offered basketball scholarships upon graduating from high school. He has been honored as the 4th winningest coach in the nation by the National High School Sports Governing Body. He has served as the Math Department Chair at Peabody High, and he has served the basketball coaches of Louisiana on their selection committee for their Sports Hall of Fame. He was the 2020 coach for a McDonald All-American game. In 2010, he coached in the Michael Jordan All-Star game. He was a 6-time Louisiana Coach of the Year. He has been inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame and is in the National Coaches Hall of Fame. Today we honor Coach Smith again with induction into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame from Louisiana, Hall of Famer Charles Smith. Coach Scott Smith is our next inductee, and he is from Powell, Wyoming. Coach Smith is married to his wife Barbara, and they have 5 children: Kenny, Callie, Natalie, Amy, and Lisa. Coach Smith coached at 2 Montana schools and 2 Idaho schools for a couple of years at each, starting in 1982, before arriving at Powell, Wyoming, where he has been since 1991. He has coached track and field, football, and cross country, but his emphasis has always been on the running sports. Combining the boys and girls track and field and cross country, he has led them to an amazing over 47,000 multi-team wins with only 945 losses. As an assistant football coach, he has helped win 1 state championship. As a head boys track coach, his teams have 10 regional titles and 8 state crowns. As a head girls track coach, they have won 7 regional titles and 3 state championships. Coaching honors that have come his way include 9 times Boys 3A West Region and 6 times Wyoming Coaches Association Coach of the Year. 7 times he has been Coach of the Year for Girls 3A West and 3 times for the Wyoming Coaches Association. He has been inducted into the Wyoming Coaches Hall of Fame. He has been a national finalist twice for boys track and field and twice for girls track and field. He was named National Boys Track and Field Coach of the Year in 2021. The newest National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee from Wyoming, Coach Scott B. Smith. A couple of times you've heard me mention multi-sport or multi-team wins. If you are a track coach, for example, and you win a meet, every team that is below you counts as a win. So you can see how those can really add up in a hurry. We are back to the state of South Dakota as we meet inductee Jim Sorensen. Coach Sorensen is married to his wife Sharon, and they have 4 children: Jessica, Jamie, John, and Joe. After graduating from Sioux Falls, Washington High School and then Augustana University with a BA degree, he coached for 1 year at Franklin, Minnesota as their head basketball and assistant football coach. He then moved to Beersford, South Dakota as their assistant basketball and football and head golf coach for 3 years. After 1 year in Tri-Valley, he moved back to Beersford, where he has been the head basketball, head golf, and assistant football coach for 36 years. He has led his golfers to 23 conference championships, 27 regional championships, 12 state championships, and 11 state runner-up finishes, and a total of 33 top 5 finishes for his 41 years as a head golf coach. His basketball teams have a .494, .333 record. He has led teams to 8 conference titles, 11 district titles, 5 regional crowns, and 5 state tournament appearances, 3 state runner-up finishes. Coach led teams to 27 winning basketball seasons. He has served South Dakota coaches as executive sport secretary from 1984 to 1990, and as the Class B golf representative from 1984 to 1990. He also ran a summer golf program. He received the Augustana Ole Odney Award, been nominated 3 times for National Coach of the Year, and in 2012 he was named National Golf Coach of the Year. He is a 4-time State Golf Coach of the Year. He is in the South Dakota Golf Coaches Hall of Fame, the South Dakota Coaches Association Hall of Fame, the South Dakota Hall of Excellence, the Activities Association Hall of Shrine, and the Beersford High Hall of Fame. He has received an Activities Association Distinguished Service Award. The basketball court at Beersford High has been named in his honor. From the state of South Dakota, National High School Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Jim Sorensen. Our next inductee is from the state of Indiana, and he is Coach Chuck Stevens. Coach graduated from Raytown High School and then Missouri Valley College in 1962. He received a master's degree in 1966 in physical education and later a physical education specialist degree in 1973 from Central Missouri State. He began his coaching career in 1966 in Higginsville. 4 years later, he coached at the collegiate level for another 4 years, followed by a year at Oak Grove High in Oak Grove, Missouri, before moving to the state of Indiana and Franklin Central High in Indianapolis, where he was for 29 years. He has been a head football coach for 21 years, an assistant football coach for 20 years, a head wrestling coach for 3 years, 2 at Higginsville and 1 year at Oak Grove, where he started both programs. An assistant wrestling coach for 5 years, an assistant track coach for 6 years. As a football coach, he led teams to 165 wins and 70 losses, with 145 of those at Franklin Central. He was 35-6 in state playoffs, with 3 of those losses in state championship games. Franklin football was a B Division champion 4 years, Central Suburban Athletic Conference champions 6 times, section champions 8 times, regional champs 7 times, semi-state champions 6 times, and had state runner-up finishes 3 times. And they were state champions 4 times. Franklin Central had 4 undefeated regular seasons, with 2 resulting in state championships. They were also the first Indiana high school to win 3 straight football championships in 1980, 81, and 82. He has been an all-star coach, served on the selection committee for their all-star game. He has been an Indiana Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame selection committee member. Coach has been inducted into the Indiana Football Hall of Fame, the Missouri Valley Athletic Hall of Fame, the Raytown Alumni Hall of Fame, the Franklin Central Wall of Fame, the Higginsville High School Wall of Fame, and the Franklin Central Football Hall of Fame. And the football field has been named in his honor, Coach Stevens Field. Today he is our newest member of the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From the state of Indiana, Coach Chuck Stevens. Coach Tammy Kelly from Jacksonville, Florida, is our next Hall of Fame inductee. Coach is married to her husband, Robert. They have 3 grown daughters, 2 sons-in-law, and 2 grandchildren. After attending community college in Indian River and Jacksonville, she graduated with a bachelor's degree from the University of North Florida in 1992. From there, she began teaching at Paxton School for Advanced Studies, where she was from 1992 to 98. Moved to Mandarin, where she worked from 98 to 2012, and she has been at Duval Public Schools from 2012 to the present. She has coached girls volleyball, softball, track, and girls flag football. She served on the Florida Athletic Coaches Association Board of Directors and was the first female president of that organization. She has been secretary of the Florida Athletic Administrators from 2019 to the present. She coordinates middle school championships for 12 sports, including conference honorees. She became a certified athletic administrator in 2019 and has taught their leadership training courses for several years. In 2022, she was named National Athletic Director of the Year by the National High School Athletic Coaches. She has also received the State Award of Merit, the Wink Barnett Award, and she has been a Florida State Athletic Director of the Year. While an athletic director, which she has been since 2012, she has overseen a $25 million budget for athletic facilities, managed and installed 9 turf fields for high school use, replaced all 17 high school football scoreboards and all 25 middle school football scoreboards. 25 tracks have been resurfaced, 15 tennis courts resurfaced and restriped, and 67 school venues have found new bleachers installed. They have 242 acres of playing fields. As a coach, she has over 300 career wins, established girls flag football on the high school level, and has done the same for 25 middle school programs. Today, she is our newest National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee from Florida, Coach and Athletic Director, Tammy Tackett. Our next inductee is Clarence Turner, and he is unable to be here tonight. There were family members that were planning to be here to accept his award for him, but things happen and they are not able to attend. So we move to our next inductee from the state of New Mexico, and she is Coach Flo Valdez. Coach has had quite the last couple of days. She was inducted into another association's National Hall of Fame last night, and caught the flight and everything else that needed to be done to get here today for this event. Although she is listed as coming from New Mexico, Coach Valdez has enjoyed 44 years of a successful career in the El Paso, Texas and Roswell, New Mexico area. After graduating from Roswell High School and Texas Women's University, she launched that 44-year career at her alma mater, Roswell High School, coaching volleyball, basketball, and track and field. At Roswell, she had a volleyball record of 376 and 67, 3 New Mexico State Championships in volleyball, 1976, 77, and 93, 14 district championships, named All-Star Volleyball Coach 2 times. She hosted state volleyball championships 10 times, and was the founder and host of the All-Star Volleyball matches from 1984 to 1996. Her overall volleyball record was 1,081 wins and 248 losses. She also coached softball at Franklin High in El Paso, Texas, leading them to 3 undefeated district championships and a Sweet 16 appearance in 2001. She was named ex-Paso Coach of the Year in 2001. In the sports that she coached at Roswell, she led them to a record of 376 and 67 in softball, a state title in track and field in 1989, plus 4 state runner-up finishes. Was a 4-time state runner-up as a tennis coach, and had a basketball record of 251 and 124. 7 times she led teams to the state basketball tournament, where she watched them win a 3rd place finish, a 4th place finish. She has also worked extensively with the National High School Federation on rules and guidelines for sportsmanship. She has worked with USA Basketball Player Evaluation, West Olympic Festival Trials, National Team Trials, and Olympic Team Final Selection. Coach has been honored with induction into the New Mexico Sports Hall of Fame, the Texas Girls Coaches Hall of Fame, the El Paso Athletic Hall of Fame, and the New Mexico High School Coaches Hall of Honor. Today, she is our newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From New Mexico, Coach Flo Valdez. A Colorado coach is our next inductee, and she is Coach Bonnie Wallen-Kuntz. Coach Bonnie is married to her husband Roger, and they have a son Carson, married to Kelsey, who have 3 grandkids. Daughter Katie, married to Andy, 2 grandkids, and daughter Kylie, married to Connor, with 3 grandkids. A graduate of Newman Grove High in Nebraska, Coach spent 35 years coaching at the junior high and 33 years coaching at the high school level in Otis, Colorado. She also served as the Bulldogs athletic director for 3 years. She led them to their first ever state qualifier in basketball. She head coached basketball for 6 years and track and field for 15 years. Her volleyball record was 660 wins. Team accomplishments include 19 district champions, 23 league championships with 8 runner-up finishes, 14 regional titles with 12 regional runners-up finishes, 26 state tournament qualifier teams, 3 third-place finishes, 2 state runners-up finishes, and 5 state tournament championships. Coach served as president and vice president of the Colorado Volleyball Coaches Association, served on the Colorado Activities Association Board of Control, served on the Colorado Athletic Directors Association Board of Directors, and served on the Colorado Activities Association Volleyball Committee. Honors that have come her way include Colorado Coaches Volleyball Coach of the Year in 2009 and 2015, Colorado High School Coaches Association Pioneer Award in 2012, finalist for National Coach of the Year in 2010, several Media Coach of the Year honors, and today she is the most recent National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductee from the state of Colorado, Bonnie Wallen-Kuntz. We now go back to the state of North Dakota as we meet inductee Tim Wallstrom. Coach is married to his wife Ruth, and they have 3 children, Kira, Gray, and Becca, along with 5 grandchildren. After graduating from Kenmare High School in 1980, Coach Wallstrom attended the University of North Dakota and the North Dakota Highway Patrol Academy, gaining collegiate majors in history and geography and social studies. After a short stint with the North Dakota Highway Patrol, Coach Tim began his coaching career in Cheyenne, North Dakota, where he spent 1986, before moving to his alma mater of Kenmare, where he spent 1987 to 2025. He coached high school sports for 39 years. For 38 of those years, he was the head volleyball coach of the Hunkers. Kenmare High won 2 state volleyball titles, had 3 state volleyball runner-up finishes, 15 regional titles, 7 regional runner-up finishes, 17 district championships, 12 conference championships, and career wins that totaled 1,085. All were under Coach Wallstrom. He was named State Coach of the Year in 1992 and 1998. He received North Dakota Region Coach of the Year honors 11 times. He was nominated for and was a finalist for National Coach of the Year honors 4 times. He was the North Dakota Optimist All-Star Coach 9 times, and he served on the selection committee for that All-Star game 33 times. Coach Wallstrom served on the North Dakota Coaches Association Executive Board for 12 years, and he continues in that position today. He was president of that organization from 2019 to 2021. He became a member of the National High School Athletic Coaches Executive Board in 2018, where he was president during the 2023-24 year. He continues today as the National High School Coaches Executive Director of Operations. In 2022, Coach Wallstrom was inducted into the North Dakota High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and today we are inducting him into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From North Dakota, Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Tim Wallstrom. Now to the state of Mississippi. Coach Bill Ward is our next inductee. Coach Ward is married to his wife, Ruby. They have 2 sons, Brian and Aaron, 4 grandsons, 1 granddaughter, and 3 great-grandchildren. After graduating from French Camp Academy in 1972, Coach attended Mississippi State, graduating in 1979. During his career, he coached the sports of football, girls basketball, boys and girls track and field. That career covered 38 years and began at Mantachi High, where he was assistant football and head girls basketball and track. He spent 2 years there before moving in 1981 to Kosciuszko High at the same position. 3 years later, he moved to Pelahatchie, where he spent 33 years achieving success as head football coach and serving as athletic director until his retirement in 2017. He led his teams to over 200 football wins, capturing 8 district titles, the 1998 Class 1A South State Championship, and the 2001 Class 1A State Championship. His Pelahatchie teams had 2 undefeated regular seasons and 20 playoff appearances. He also coached in the 1997 Blackwell Classic All-Star Football Game and the 1998 Mississippi-Alabama All-Star Classic. He received the 2010 Mississippi Association of Coaches Roy Garcia Outstanding Coach Award and was named Metro Coach of the Year in 2001. He served on the Mississippi High School Athletic Association Board of Legislators from 2001 to 2017, and on the Mississippi Association of Coaches Board of Directors, serving as their president in 2014 and 15. He was named the Mississippi Association of Coaches Class 1A Coach of the Year in 2021, and he was inducted into their Hall of Fame that year as well. In track and field, he led his boys team to 14 district crowns and 6 South State titles. In girls track and field, his teams won 4 district titles and 2 South State championships. Today, he is our newest inductee into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame. From Mississippi, Coach Bill Ward. We come to our last inductee for 2026, and he is Coach Doug Woodard from Papillon, Nebraska. Coach Woodard and his wife Lori have 2 sons, Ryan and Aaron, and they have 2 daughters, Christy and Kelsey. Their children are all married, and there are 13 grandchildren. Coach is a graduate of Omaha Burke High School, followed by a bachelor's and master's degree from Omaha University. That was followed by education administration work at the University of Nebraska-Kearney. Coach Woodard began his coaching career at Bellevue Christian in 1981. He spent 10 years there before moving to Roncalli Catholic for 6 years. He then moved to Bellevue West, where he spent 25 years, 1998 to 2023. Over his career, he coached football for 16 years, track and field for 6 years, and basketball for 41 years. His basketball teams recorded a 694-256 win-loss record with 18 district titles, 7 Metro Conference crowns, and 7 state championships. He and Coach Scott Hawk recognized the shortage of summer basketball opportunities for the area youth. Together, they began the Omaha Crusader Youth Basketball Organization to provide competitive and instructional summer opportunities. They worked together with local coaches to unify the work of that organization with the local schools. Coach has worked with the Nebraska basketball coaches as their huddle pool commissioner, as a clinician, as a Class A shot clock proposal committee, and as the boys basketball wild card proposal committee chairman. Honors for Coach Woodard include named National Boys Basketball Coach of the Year in 2024, inducted into the Nebraska High School Athletic Hall of Fame in 2021, received several media and conference Coach of the Year honors. He was the Omaha FCA Coach of the Year designation, and he is a 4-time Hoops Omaha Coach of the Year. Today he rounds out our 2026 National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame as an inductee from Nebraska, Coach Doug Woodard. This Hall of Fame class in 2026, when counting the victories of years of service, one notices that many coaches just don't put down everything. Collectively, the coaches being inducted have a huge number of years and victories. Now just imagine how many athletes' lives and their families' lives were touched by these individuals. This nearly concludes our Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I never mentioned every instance as I read these biographies, but it seemed really amazing the number of inductees who received their education and then returned to their high school alma mater to fulfill their careers. In closing, I'd like to read something that seems to fit all of our inductees very well. It was written as a tribute to a coach named Ed Colleran. He was a 2007 Hall of Fame inductee from Nebraska. It was published in his hometown newspaper. We have asked to use it because it seemed to be a fitting tribute to inductees prior to and since 2007. When sent to the local newspaper, it was entitled simply A Tribute, and it was signed a former player. I am thousands of souls who have spanned 40 plus years of time. I am the child who thought I couldn't make it, the one who wasn't big enough, tall enough, or fast enough. I'm the one you encouraged, you disciplined, and you worked with, teaching me the important lessons of life. I grew to be an All-American, All-State, All-Conference, and at your insistence, All-Academic. I was there for the state tournament, a conference championship, numerous victories. You were there for the tough defeats. I learned your lessons, and now I am doctor, farmer, mother, father. I am the parent of the next generation. I teach your lessons so that on the field of life, my children may be touched by your hand, your light. I am the one who grew with you, who fought for you, prayed for you, loved you. Now you live on in me. I am your player. You are my coach. And that was just signed, all you touched. Congratulations to you inductees. You are much more important to your schools, communities, and athletes than a few words of these biographies. All of you are to be commended for the special ways you have been important to the young people you were in contact with as a high school coach in our great country. This concludes our ceremony for 2026. But let's all stand to salute this Hall of Fame class one more time. Thank you to all of you who attended tonight.
Thanks for watching.
I have one announcement.